The two things exist simultaneously. The cheerful drink and its dark origin are the same object.
Drink.
The apple fiber nobody wanted. The cheese waste.
They simply made a new drink, put the old name on it, and sold it to a world that had no reason to ask what the name had meant before.
They did not announce this. There was no statement.
You have had this drink at your birthday, at celebrations, in the back seat of a car on a summer afternoon, with the window down, the cold orange taste of it. Against the heat of the day, it has been everywhere in your life. The bright orange label, the cheerful color, the lightness of it. Slash. This is the origin of that drink. And when this video ends, you will never look at that orange bottle the same way again. Earlier, 1941, Japan attacks Pearl Harbor. America enters the war, and in that moment, in that single political decision, made in a city 5,000 miles from Max Keith's factory, everything changes. The Coca-Cola company in Atlanta can no longer ship supplies to Germany. No more syrup concentrate. No more of the formula. No more Coca-Cola. Max Keith has a fully functioning bottling operation. Hundreds of workers depending on their wages. Industrial infrastructure sitting idle, and nothing to put in the bottles. Act 3. The decision: he does not shut down, / other men in his position shut down. Max Keith does something different. He gathers his team. And he gives them a problem we cannot import. We cannot use what we used to use. Doc, what can we make? From what Germany has right now, inside a country at war. Dormoke, with almost nothing available, the leadications. Act 4. The ingredients. What Germany had in 1942. Was the waste of other industries. Apple fiber, the pulpy leftover material pressed out of apples. After the cider industry had taken everything useful, whey, the watery liquid byproduct left behind. When cheese was made, the substance, the cheese industry, had no use for. These are the ingredients of Fanta, not a recipe, not a formula developed in a laboratory by food scientists with precise measurements. Neck whatever we can get, whatever is left over, whatever no one else wants. The drink that you have had at every summer of your life was invented from industrial waste by a businessman who needed to keep his factory running. During the Neon's Second World War, Act 5, the name. The drink needed a name. Max Keith held a brainstorming session. He told his team to use their imagination, their fantasy, the German word for fantasy, for creative thinking, for the imagination that finds something where others see nothing. His salesman, a man named Joe Nip, called out a single word: Fanta Stituis. Not a marketing team, not a brand agency in a glass tower, not a focus group. One man, one word, called out in a room full of people, trying to solve a problem. That had no good solution. Fanta, Act 6, the taste. Here is what the original Fanta tasted like / not orange. There was no orange in it. The flavor shifted constantly, depending on what waste ingredients were available. That particular week, in that particular region of Germany, at that particular point in a war. That was consuming everything. Sometimes it tasted more of apple, sometimes of something that did not taste, like anything that exists today. It was a drink made from what was left, drunk by a population living on rations in a country destroying itself. And the people within it, the bright orange drink, with the cheerful label. That, you know today, tastes nothing like what they drank. In Germany in 1943, Act 7, the erasure. The war ended in 1945. The Coca-Cola company reasserted control of its German operations. They looked at what Max Keith had built: a drink, a name, a functioning distribution network. And they made a decision. They kept the name. They discarded the formula. They reformulated Fanta entirely. New ingredients, new flavor, new recipe, an orange drink that bore no relationship to the wartime waste product. Max Keith had invented, the name survived. The origin did not, the company did not announce this. There was no statement explaining that the original Fanta had been made from cheese byproduct in Nazi Germany. They simply made a new drink, put the old name on it, and sold it to a world that had no reason to ask what the name had meant before. Act 8, the 2015 disaster. 2015, Coca-Cola's marketing team in Germany decides to celebrate Fanta's 75th anniversary. The campaign runs in Germany. The tagline, translated from German, is this the good old times? The internet notices. Within hours, journalists and historians and ordinary people are pointing out that the good old times being celebrated are the years of the Third Reich, the years of the Holocaust, the years in which the people who drank Fanta were citizens of a regime committing the worst crimes in recorded human history. Coca-Cola pulled the campaign within days. They issued an apology. They said, and this is a direct paraphrase, that the campaign was not intended to celebrate or ignore the dark history of that era. Not intended. A team of professional marketers working for one of the most sophisticated brand management operations in the world had spent weeks or months developing a campaign celebrating the origin of a product without anyone in that process knowing what the origin was. The good old times. Close. Here is the gap. The orange bottle, the bright label, the cold drink at the summer celebration, and then Slocks, the factory in wartime Germany. The apple fiber nobody wanted, the cheese waste, the salesman calling out a single word in a room full of people trying to solve an impossible problem. The two things exist simultaneously. The cheerful drink and its dark origin are the same object. What a brand does is make sure you only ever see one of them. What this channel does